Hey everybody, welcome to the Moonshadow Mystery channel. As always, I'm your rainbow-eyed bug bunny host, Compound Eyes, better known to you as Moonshadow Mystery the Changeling. And today we're going to be attempting to do something unique that I've never attempted on the channel. As you can see, things look weird. It's like I've got my webcam on because I do. We're going to be attempting to record a playthrough of Tenchu Z for the Xbox 360. As you can see, maybe you can see in the upper right hand corner, my name on Xbox Live is KuroRyu01. KuroRyu01. Black Dragon 01. But yeah, I wanted to do this for a while, and looks like for once my webcam is going to cooperate. So without further ado, let's get into this. For those unfamiliar, the Tenchu series started on the PlayStation 1, progressed into the PS2, and expanded to PSP, Nintendo Wii, and Nintendo DS. Xbox 360's only inclusion in this, well, one of the only inclusions in this is Tenchu Z. I apologize if there's any bright flashes. I'm going to go ahead and let this play through, and I'm going to adjust the volume a little bit. For those who may be curious, why have I've decided to do this, and I do have other Tenchu games via emulator that I do own in real life. The emulator software is the only way I can show them to you proper, and them actually be good quality. I've been watching more of the Gaijin Goombah channel and their Witch Ninja series, as well as seeing some of their videos on the Game Theorists channel. And it awakened the long dormant otaku within me. And I mean that. It has been kind of dormant in me for 3 years. 3 or 4 years now. There was a time period where I was a major otaku, a weeaboo, if you will. And to the point where, yeah, I legitimately loved all things samurai and shinobi. So, yeah, this is something that's been a long time coming, really. And, you know, I kind of had like an emotionally, an emotional revelation, that kind of changed my outlook on a lot of things, and it hit me kind of hard when it first happened, because this kind of stuff is how I identified my life for a long time. So to kind of be, you know, disassociated from something that, you know, I identified with as, you know, part of who I am, that was really kind of, you know, like a really big thing. Sorry, I gotta try and fix this, because I want it to be kind of as good as I can, but it's like really weird. Hold on here. There we go. A little bit better. So yeah, that caused a little bit of an issue with me for a while. But I'm quite a bit better than what I was after that whole revelation. Excuse me. I hope you can forgive me for that. I had supper a little while ago, and I'm getting a little bit of, I don't know if it's acid reflux or what it is. I'm sorry about that. Alright, we're going to get into this. Yeah, this has always been kind of a tedious thing where I gotta select it every time. I'm trying to get this centered like as much as I can so that everything comes across clear. Maybe making it worse instead of better, I'm not really sure. I was trying to look up a way of hooking this up to my computer to do it that way, because I know there is a way of doing it. I couldn't figure it out. Alright, we're just going to do this. Hopefully you'll be able to see enough for us to do something. Alright, we're going to hit continue. And we're going to do a solo mission. Now, I am really rusty. Like, seriously, I have not played this game in probably 2 or 3 years now. I've just, like, yesterday, as of this recording, I finally started getting back into it a little bit. I used to be, like, epic on this. And now, it's like being a noob all over again. Yeah, who cares about Xbox Live connectivity? I do not care about the connectivity. I am not playing online. Alright, as you can see here right now, I was actually tinkering with some looks. I used to have a real big thing about trying to look like Orokusaki, the shredder of TMNT fame, in here.
Or rather, the shredder. Those who are not with me are against me, and I crush anyone who stands against me.
Alright, enough theatrics. We're going to go over here real quick, because as Gaijin Goombah always says, real ninjas wear blue. And that is true. Historically speaking, ninja dressed in dark colors, not black. Black was too much of a contrast. Now, in today's modern cityscape, black, such as what Batman is often depicted wearing, blacks and grays, works really well. Because of the contrast and the difference in the sky. There's too much light pollution. In older days, where all you had was starlight and moonlight, you had to rely on that light, so you had to blend into the natural shades. In other words, dark browns, greens, reds, and blues. Colors that would blend in naturally with the environment. How do I know this? Because I've done a lot of research over the years. Not even jokingly, nearly 15 years of my life, a little over 15 years of my life as a matter of fact, was dedicated to learning as much as I could about Japanese religion, culture, etiquette, language, both written and spoken, and things such as ninjutsu and bushido. And as Gaijin Goombah himself has said, ninjutsu is not a proper martial art. It is a combination of martial arts and techniques, but it is not a proper and true martial arts. Ninjutsu itself literally is the art of being nothing, going unseen, unheard. Literally the art of kage, being shadow. Alright, we're going to first want to ditch our mask. Well, we're going to ditch the one we got. We're going to go with that one. So we have something covering our... And we're going to go with probably the more traditional route. Why is this not wanting to work here? Oh, because we got the guard up. Okay. That's right, certain pieces don't work well with others. Now we want to blend. Well, that being said, let's ditch the guard altogether too. We'll work from the top down. And if this goes over well, then you, the viewer, can make some suggestions for alterations. We could go with the Kasa, but we're not. We're going to go with the standard Shinobi Shozuko, or Shozoku, depending on your choice of pronunciation. Now, yes, there is modern Shozoku that use this type of camouflage pattern, but this was virtually non-existent in ancient Japan. It would somewhat work now, but we want something that's fairly historically accurate. Not black, though. We'll go instead with... yeah, we'll go with blue. Something that fades into the shadow. Well, it says kimono. This isn't really true kimono. This is more common folk garb, which is like kimono, but not quite. Instead of armored hakama, we're going to go with Iga, number 4, which is, I think it's as close as we can actually get in terms of color. I mean, it's almost, okay, when you're at a distance, it's identical. Now, we might want some armoring, but we're going to go with like a, well, I could go with scale. We're going to go with a basic. We're going to go with the gauntlets, because I like the gauntlets. It offers us the traditional look and a little bit of armoring. And we're going to go with the greaves, the match, for the same reason. Shins and forearms would be the most necessary things to keep protected. In part because ninjas did a lot of crawling, climbing, and things. And those would be the parts of your body most likely to experience any sort of fatigue and damage. Alright, we're going to go with I really like this one because when your sword is sheathed, it makes it really hard to tell if you're going to draw from the left or right. So it's a good deception. Though, historically speaking, the ninjutsu, while it did exist, it probably wasn't used very often. It was probably used in a manner similar to like a machete. If a shinobi were to use a sword, it would more than likely be a samurai's wakizashi, which would be about the same length as the ninjutsu is often. But because of the curvature, it offers a lot more. Alright, now we got accessories. We're going to go all the way back to the top and work our way down. Alright, we can't wear any of these with that. We can wear the mask, but that's kind of silly. That's silly too. Well known fact, kunai will often be depicted as being thrown or a digging tool. Seriously, I will try and remember to leave a link to Gaijin Goombah's channel in the description. I'm sure most of you have already seen it. If not, you need to go check it out. See, we're going to stick with the traditional look for the most part. Alright. Now let's see, what will work best here? We can go with the full moons, the size, the kusarigama, the medicinal gourd, the rations pouch, the S shuriken. We want something that'll work well with our current setup. So we'll go with the kusarigama. Actually, we can't really go with the spare. Let's see where we can go here. Yeah, I hate how the clipping is. Really awkward. The size and the full moon. The size, I think, just kind of get in the way a little bit. Although so we'll go with the kusarigama. I like the kusarigama, traditional weapon. It offers good offensive and defensive posturing. We're going to go with that. I'm pretty sure I've unlocked everything, but real quick, because there's a whole lot here. Like I said, I think Yeah, I mean, I've been at this long enough. I should have like literally everything. Thought I saw one I didn't have. Nope. Alright, we're good. Let's see here. I'm going to buy 10 of them because I like using the blow guns a lot. Let's see here. Again, a key point of ninjutsu is to avoid combat at all costs. Combat was a last-ditch thing. So we're going to be approaching the level we choose with that in mind. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Yeah, we got pretty much a lot of everything we need for right now, and I can always buy more later. Let's equip. Alright, we're going to go with the shuko, or hand claws. These can be used for defensive measures, catching swords, redirecting them. They can be used for dishing out, cutting with what appears to be your bare hands. Most importantly, they're good for climbing, sticking to walls. In other words, if you're jumping from rooftop to rooftop and you miss, that gives you a good way of blocking yourself. We're going to get a couple of these. That way, if we KO someone, we can disguise ourselves as them if we need to. We're going to get a couple of the blow darts so that hopefully we can KO an enemy from afar, avoid contact if possible. We're going to do the decoys just in the off chance we make noise. That way we can quell some things. And just in the off chance we do get into a fight, we're going to do a couple of them. I have one more spot. We better do another blow dart. Alrighty. This, for those of you who aren't familiar with Tenchu, is Rikimaru, current Grand Master of the Azuma Ninja Clan for the land of Goda. Lord Matsunoshin Goda's elite spy, assassin, and intelligence gathering group. They are for Matsunoshin Goda what the Iga and Koga were for Takeda Shingen during the Warring States period. Now, my controller has been trying to fight me. I've done the last 3 levels on my own. In my own time, I actually have no idea how much time's actually passing right now. So we're going to go with gather information. This will really stress our ability to go unseen and to only get into conflict as needed. Now, I have this tendency of wanting to eliminate all enemies whenever possible anyway, but I am going to use this opportunity to show how you can do so without killing. By choosing not to kill we'll actually be benefiting ourselves more because we won't have to deal with bodies being around to be found. And more importantly, in the grand scheme, if you KO an enemy and they wake up later and have to explain themselves, it'll be a lot harder for them to explain what happened, because they won't really know. And that kind of deception is very important for shinobi. Now, oddly enough, my clothing is appearing black when it's really not. The scarf's a different shade of blue, so that makes a big difference. We are operating right now under a full moon with sparse cloud coverage. Right now, we are going to use we're using an age-old ninja technique to crunch their body up as small as possible to hide within a small area to make ourselves harder to be seen. We gotta watch out for that. Whoa, what was that? Aha! Bottomless pit trap. No, we need that. We don't need to be spotted. Stand still for a minute. Come on. Come on. Turn around. Turn around. I'm sure it looks quite a bit different on your screen than it does on mine. Well, because I'm looking at the television, I'm not looking at the screen. Alright, we almost got spotted there, but we didn't. The problem is, now we got another... Oh, we have an archer with a Japanese Yumi... Well, not quite the Yumi bow, because it's not a long bow. Come on. Now, we knocked that guy out a second time for our own sake. Alright, we almost got spotted. But it's alright. Alright, we used a technique we have, which is the ninja long jump. We gotta be careful of those dogs too, believe it or not. Now we have to bear in mind, our mission right now is to find our informant. Our job is going to be particularly hard because we've got a number of potential enemies in a very enclosed area. Now, I think that might be our informant right there, but it's a little soon right now. Now, to be fair, Ninja did train somewhat with different techniques and weights and such in order to be able to cover long distances quickly and efficiently. Now, we almost got spotted there for a half a second. And admittedly, we are taking risks by not killing anyone. However, I'm wanting to show that it is possible to complete a task and successfully search the area without having to kill. Now, if we absolutely have to, we will, but I'm hoping we can avoid it. Oh, see, we got really, really close there to blowing our cover. Ooh, closer than I thought. I didn't even know that guy was there. I don't know how long they'll stay out, so we got to be really mindful here. Alright. Now by our meter, we got some space to work with. Ooh, we got spotted, but not detected, technically. He'll wake up with a little bit of a headache, probably. Come on. Shinobi is a occupation of patience. Oh dear God, she's not moving. That is okay. It's a simple roll. We're going to take a little peek here. Now, technically, we knew who our informant was, and we knew what they looked like. So I'm basically just wasting time here. But at the same time, though, I want to thoroughly check our environment, because there are items we can find all over the place. We almost blew our cover on that one. Almost did again. Those little chimes. I'm not really seeing anything. Is he still KO'd? Yeah, he was. And now he's just wondering what the heck happened. Alright, we've done enough goofing around. Now, there is allegedly a historical technique that Shinobi would use to leap from high heights and then land silently. It's the same technique that they use for what they call the parachute roll. In other words, the landing technique you use when you have to parachute from a plane in order to land safely. The trick is you're supposed to drop and roll when your feet touch the ground. It's supposed to protect you, minimizing harm and keeping you safe. And we have completed our mission. Now mind, these games are rigged to reward you more based on how many people you kill. However, we're avoiding that right now because this was simply an information reconnaissance mission. So regardless of what our score is, I give us high marks for doing so without having to resort to killing. See, this gives us Ninja 2 because we didn't kill anybody. I'm surprised we didn't get Ninja 1, to be honest. I'm surprised we actually got specials. But we successfully did this without having to kill anyone. And look, undetected, no items used, uninjured. Why is it giving us points on kills? We didn't kill anybody. It's weird. And we got pretty good gold for that. I count that a success. I really hope the audio is recording properly. Last time I tried this, I'm not sure if it did. Alright, we're going to check on this real quick. We're going to change our clothing real quick. We're not going to change much, I don't think. However, we are going to go with a different appearance. We're not going to go with a thief. I mean, we could, but we won't. For those who aren't aware, the Kurama head style here, this is a head wrap typically used for people in the Noh and puppet theater community in Japan. The point is to blend into the environment, not unlike a shinobi would. But by having the head wraps like this, they represent spirits when they're functioning. At least I believe that's how it's supposed to go. Now we are more than likely going to go with one of these 6 kasa, or traditional Japanese hat. As you can see, each of these comes with a head wrap. And we've got mostly straw and 2 iron. We went with blue this last time, so we're going to go with red iron this time. And we are going to change, not to that jacket. I mean, that jacket would work, but it kind of stands out a little bit. This is the type of outerwear a shinobi would wear during the winter. It is warm. The material would be fairly silent because of it being animal pelt. So the sound it makes would be fairly ignored. We're not going to go with the vest for the tattoos. We want a fairly well blend, so we want mostly like dark colors. And we're going to go with that. We're going to swap our hakama as well, and I didn't realize we'd gone all the way down to armored. We're going to go with Ogre 6. I'm not entirely certain if it goes with it properly. We're going to swap to we are going to go with the black hand wraps. The hands bare minimum, what I'm concerned about. We're going to match the feet with it as well. We're going to change the scarf, however. In fact, we're going to go we're going to go a different route. I was going to go with the hat. instead, let's see what we got here. We're going to go with that head accessory, and we're going to go with a Japanese Tengu mask, the Tengu being a yokai. There are two different types of Tengu. There is the long-nosed Tengu, the lord of the skies and mountains, a large deity who has a lot of connection to a great number of Japanese ceremonies. And then there is the Karasu Tengu, or Crow Goblin. Now, both Tengu are depicted with wings, however, the long-nosed Tengu is more humanoid, while the Karasu Tengu is somewhat of a humanoid crow. Excuse me. Sorry for the interruption. Now, I almost hate to change from the chain sickle, however, let's try something different. We don't really have much that's really akin to the Tengu, really. So we're going to go... We could go with the umbrella. That's not really... Well, we could go with the snake, but every time I've messed with the snake prior, it got in the way. We'll go with the skull. And we're going as a Tengu, so why not? Now let's see. Sheath, sheath, sheath. We'll go with that one. Alright. Now I actually have no idea what our mission is. So let's equip items based on the possibilities. We're going to go with the B sword. It's called B, but it really means black. What it does is it puts a coating on our sword, making it harder to see in the dark. And by that, I mean it prevents light sources from glinting off of it quite as bad. We are going to go with a couple of decoys. We're going to go with a blow dart. We're going to get some Caltrop Matsubishi, or Matsubishi. It's been a while since I pronounced it, so I'm probably butchering it severely. Now, we do have a bow we could use, however, it is a burst arrow. I'm not sure we want to go that route. And we could go with the disguise. That can be effective. However, I am not entirely certain that would work, because we want to go no kill if possible. So, however, we can use Paralysis Cape to distract enemies. But I believe... And we got blow darts in case we need to assassinate someone. Hopefully we don't have to. We'll use the smoke bomb. Alright. Now let's do this. Alright, since you probably can't really see things properly, this one says cross the bridge. Pretty simple. Location, the bridge. Requirements, reach the target point. Failure, death of the main character. Cross the bridge to deliver a secret letter. It will not be easy to break through enemy lines. This is appropriate given what we're trying to do here. Another job that Ninja would have would be covertly transporting information to allies, in addition to gathering information for your feudal lord. So this will really test us. Now, I have seen some of these that were timed before. Hopefully this one is not. Kawachi is a small country with cordial relations with Goda. Agents report that Ogawara, a country that has quickly risen to power, intends to wage war upon Kawachi. With all haste, we must send a secret letter to inform Kawachi. Cross the bridge held by Ogawara forces and deliver the letter. Now, every game of the Tenchu series usually has an opposing force to the Goda lineage. In this particular one, it just so happens to be Ogawa. Now, the area we're at now, depending on what difficulty you're playing, can be swarming with enemies. It seems we are lucky, and this time we have no enemies to concern ourselves with. At least as far as directly inside. However, we can see by our detection meter here. Yep. We got a lantern guy down there, and he is carrying a weapon, and we have an archer who just went around the corner. As you saw when I drew just then, there is a black line on the back side of my blade. We're going to take advantage of this guy having been distracted and no other enemies being around. Now you may be asking, what am I doing? I am trying to maneuver him as far as I can so that it takes him longer to get back. That way, if I have to double back, I've got a little more time. Now, the other significance of this is confusing the enemy in order to make them unsure of what may or may not have happened. Now, I'm sure at a distance they can somewhat see me, but they don't know who or what I am. Aha. We've caught him by surprise. Now, I could very easily eliminate these guys, and in the next one I might, just so that you can see what some of the various takedowns look like. Well, I've got to be very careful about placement. In part because I don't want to be spotted. The key thing that a ninja would need to know is to use the environment to their advantage. Anything and everything to a ninja can be a weapon. Items, the environment itself. You go to sleep, mate, lady. Now, we know we have to cross the bridge, but I'm also keeping my eyes out for anything I can recover. Now, right then, we were just lucky he was distracted. I did not intend to roll off that bridge. Well, not the bridge, that surface. Now, there are a number of ways we can proceed, but the bridge is over that way. Oof. Almost didn't make that. And between the handful of civilians and the enemy, we really got our work cut out for us. Now, if I remember right, and it has been a very, very long time, so I probably don't. I believe there was an item over here, but I'm not seeing it. They usually glint, just to let you know, yeah, it's here. And there's the bridge we got to get to. Alright, we are in what would have been a marketplace of sorts, probably an area where people came for festivals. Alright. Let's get this guy out of the way. Because our objective is to cross the bridge. Ooh, we narrowly avoided detection on that one. Now, animals can get you detected. Dogs will actually attack you. Cats will just, make noises. And that's why we got the decoy. Now, we haven't had to use any of our items so far, and I'm glad for that. And that's part of why we went with the outfit we went with. If they did see us and we successfully knocked them out before combat was initiated, all they would be able to tell their allies is, it was a yokai. And that's what you want. You want that level of deception. You want them to question everything that's going on. You never want them to be sure of anything. Now mind, I am doing this similar to how I do when I do my Fallout Equestria 3 series, where I'm putting myself in the feet, or rather in the shoes, Tabi boots in this case, of who I'm trying to be. In Equestria 3, I'm trying to be Little Pit, so I'm trying to do everything based on how she would. In here, I am a ninja in the Warring States period, the feudal era, working for my lord. Alright, now this time we're going to change it up. I said I would do a mission where I did things more how they expect you to. So, first, we're going to go with the Hanya mask, my personal favorite. Now there is I believe a male equivalent of the Hanya known as the Kinjinman. I've seen it before. They're similar. Their faces are more masculine and aggressive. A more prominent lower jaw, and the horns tend to jut forward and curve up. I've only seen them like once or twice, and I've never really successfully been able to find any information on them. But anyways, we're going to look for a helmet or some other covering that's compatible here. Now we could go with this route because then we would kind of fit the Hanya. We want some kind of wild looking hair. Since Hanya are often associated with a female, a woman, I'm trying to find a hairstyle that is somewhat working for in that favor. Something that's kind of androgynous. That could work. That's the hairstyle similar to Ayame's. That one clips real bad. It's the only downside to it. But we'll go with it. Now, as you can see here, we can make adjustments to our hair. We can make it bone white. We can make it jet black. Or we can adjust it and make it something else. We can go neon if we so want. Personally, I don't. Possible. I want to try and get it like a brownish color, like a dark brown. Yeah, we don't want to go with that one. We definitely don't want to go naked. However, if we're going with Hanya, there's no image finger on here. That's more of a Yakuza thing. Let's see here. You know what, let's go. Listen, I'm going to put my hair back and we're going to go with the armored version. Red will still blend as long as we're not, like, where the moon's behind us. If we're trying to blend into the shadows of vegetation, it'll still work. But again, this is fitting because of how we're going to go about it. We're going to go this route, the more traditional way these games are meant to be played. Forget the skull. We're going to go full on evil here with the hooked claws and everything. Whoa, sorry about that. My right analog is a little glitchy. Doesn't help that I've actually been having issues where I've dropped this thing, like, way more than I wish I had. We got a couple of options for the Kanto no Jutsu. Now let's see here. Alright. Now the video may be a little slow and I'm sorry for that. Punish the greedy merchant. Okay, now this is an assassination mission, so this is perfect. And we're at a mining facility. Our target, Moichi Tanbaya. Punish a merchant who thinks only of his own stomach. Footsteps will echo inside the mine. Be extra careful. Alright. Oh god, I know where this is. This is one of the hardest areas for me to maneuver. Although Godo is a small country, it has a gold mine. The output of the mine has decreased. Apparently because the mine merchant, Oichi Tanbaya, is lining his own pockets. We cannot forgive this crime that has cost Goda so much. Tanbaya must atone with his life. As you'll notice when it goes into the cinematic load screens, it's actually telling some important tips, not just for the game, but for Ninja itself. And he's drunk. Now if there's water nearby, I can show you the proper use of a Suiton no Jutsu. We can't go any lower than that. That's a shame. However, we are looking around for anything that we could bring with us. Alright, we're going to drag him down this way in case someone else comes out. Time to assassinate him. Enemies against Lord Goda will not be forgiven. Sayonara. Real quick, we're going to steal his Yumi. It's technically not the proper bow for Yumi. As Yumi are technically longbows, and this was a more of a standard bow. Alright, we got spotted temporarily. I don't know by who. I guess the walls aren't the right kind for the Shuko to work. Which means I may have brought the wrong gear. Alright. Now we're going to move him just in case there's an archer hiding up there. And he had, what did he have? Ah, he had a paralysis cake. Well, we're already here, so let's make use of our grappling hook. Now, if I remember correctly, I will have to be very careful here because, yep, bottomless drop. Oh, there it goes again. Conceal your light like the pure moon, obscured by a blue-tinted cloud. Ah, see, that goes back to the real ninjas wear blue. I didn't even give me the option to retry it. Oh, that's annoying. Now, clothing actually has no impact on here aside from your aesthetics and crap. I'm going to try that again. This time we're going to forego the shuko. I'm going to get a couple of these. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Let's see here. You know, we're just going to go with, or them, another one of each of these. Alrighty. Feel less, we'll skip. Yeah, we can. Just hit start. Gotta remember that. See you shadows effectively. Be careful near water. Push crouch to land silently. If you're using a controller like mine, that'd be your right bumper. Well, in other words, if you're using an Xbox controller, it's right bumper, because Xbox 360, duh. I think he just jumped into the fire. See, because he was alert, it didn't kill him. See, if he hadn't been alerted, that would have killed him instantly. Now, I don't... Okay, here. No, for some reason he's acting more like a civilian. Now, that could have been a prolonged effect caused by the blow dart. This is a perfect opportunity to try this. Now, an important note about the use of disguises in ninjutsu. Shinobi primarily used a limited number of disguises. However, a vast amount of research and practice went into the utilization of these Genjutsu. Well, they weren't even really Genjutsu, but these disguises that they utilized. I don't know how I pulled that one off. I don't know why I'm laughing about it either. That was just dumb luck. But yes, ninja would practice everything. Behavioral patterns, how to play certain instruments, how to move a certain way. They would be versatile in hundreds of different types of weapons, techniques. Any little thing that could make it believable. Now that one wouldn't have killed me, but that would have hindered me. But yeah, the right way to wear armor, the right way to address superiors, who those superiors would be. The devil is in the details, as they say. Now, with weapons like shuriken, sinbon, blow darts, any sort of, even arrows, any sort of projectile, in the real world, you calculate for drop. You adjust your trajectory ever so slightly as needed in order to ensure that you properly hit the target. Otherwise, you're just going to look like a big fat idiot. Which, in my case, is easy because I'm already big and fat. Now, whether or not I'm an idiot depends on which changeling you're talking to. Queen Chrysalis, for instance, would, yes, she would definitely consider me to be an idiot. Of course, she's the very one who had her royal guards, the changeling royal guard, scar my flanks, and leave me in the Everfree Forest back when the Everfree Forest was a horrible place to end up. We won't get into that. At least not presently. Which, me being a changeling, the art of ninjutsu is even more appealing. The art of deception, disguise, transformation, stealth. Very applicable to my species. I really didn't want him to eat that. Usually I can kill them beforehand, so I can, recover it. I got hung on a door. Monkey! Oh, crap! Ah, crap! I forgot about the bear. Oh, Kuma! I forgot all about the bear. Darn. Another thing, ninja traditionally would not fight in a head-on fight. Gaijin Goombah emphasizes this fact quite a bit. Yeah, our score will, for the most part, be improved. Yeah, that was pointless for the most part, but those things are dangerous, hard to kill. Holy cow, almost fell into another pit. That is a theme here. Yeah, I revealed myself. I should not have done that. Shuriken are not meant for killing. They're meant for slowing down. You throw them at your target, causes pain, hinders them. You aim for vital spots like the face, the eyes, the throat. Same with Shinbon or throwing needles. They're really only useful if you can get like specific parts of the body. Alright, that is basically every single enemy. I've wasted all of my items. I do mean, well, not all of them, but I did waste a large sum of them. See, he is staring straight forward. Okay, he's going to start walking now. I'm going to keep our eyes open here. He is very deliberate. He's intentionally staring here. Very wise. He's keeping his eyes on the only possible place that an assassin could come from. And we got him. Took a little longer than intended. We got spotted more than I would have liked. Oh, but look at this. 17 stealth kills, 1 normal kill, 1 special. No innocents got detected twice. Unfortunately, I had a little over a minute of what they call mayhem time. In other words, mayhem in the sense of, you know, chaos caused by an enemy being spotted. Not bad, though. We got a huge amount of Rio from that. Alright, we have been at this a good little while. I don't know how long. Hopefully I don't have to redub any of this. But thanks for tuning in to the Moonshadow Mystery channel, everybody. If you liked the way we approach today's program, let me know in the comment section down below. I will make an attempt in the future to do this again if this is something you liked. If not, feel free to let me know. As always, if you liked today's video, hive 5 the like button. Or I suppose in this case, you can go ahead and stealth slash that like button. But if you didn't, Applebuck the dislike button, or go ahead and assassinate the dislike button. Feel free to let me know what you thought. Share any tips, tricks, hints, or anything else you may have. Feel free to ask any questions you might have for me, either about the game or just something you want to ask me. If I get enough questions, I will try to do a Q&A video in the future. Of course, leave any requests or suggestions you have for future content, either regarding content we've already covered, or new segments you might like to see me do. As always, if you're new to the channel, aren't sure what you think of us just yet, click my name, Moonshadow Mystery, above the video description down below. And I'm sure I may have forgotten to introduce myself proper at the start of the video. Sorry about that. New way of trying to do Let's Plays and all that. But anyways, if you like what you saw and think you're ready to take the dive and join the Rainbow-Eyed Hive, tap that subscribe button. And don't forget to ring-a-ding-ding the notification bell icon for up-to-date notifications sent to your email and mobile device when new content is available. Stay tuned to the link or check the video description down below for other ways you can be involved with us here on the channel. That is all the time we have for today, everybody. Have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your weekend, a great weekend ahead, depending on when you get around to seeing today's video. And as always, remember, don't go changing for anyone but yourselves. We hope to see you right back here, same changeling time, same changeling channel, when we get out of the hay and into the fray once again.